This is day 5 of our European tour, October 2009. We travelled on the bus from Pamplona to Segovia and then on to Madrid. And we stayed at the Hotel Navarra in Pamplona. Here is a photograph of our driver and Trafalgar pic. Very, very good drivers. I was extremely impressed by the safety of his driving. And then there's, on the way up, we got this photograph of a bull, a black bull, not an Angus bull, but that's the region for the running of the bulls and the bullfights. We drove past a whole heap of these little towns, and the landscape started to change dramatically in this dry, desolate look about the mountains and region. Seem to be fairly common in this area. After a long 4-hour drive from Pamplona to Segovia, there was a lot to see in this town, but after 5 hours of driving and we still had an hour or more to travel to Madrid for the night, we limited our sightseeing somewhat, and one of the first things we looked at was this Roman aqueduct, obviously built in the Roman times in their occupation of northwestern Europe, and the aqueduct itself has 160 arches, and most of it is this local granite, and if you have a close look, there's no cement or mortar holding it together. It seems to be mostly fitting together by itself. And while we were there, we went and had a look at the demonstration of a Roman legion in the Plaza Azoguejo, and in the heart of the city. The Tourist Information Centre is only about a 1-minute walk from the plaza, and in there I think we took the photograph and video of the old city. And just a little bit about the Roman aqueduct. It was built in AD 50 and is quite remarkably preserved. You can see there's 2 tiers to the arches. Being a tourist city, we got to see the performance of the Roman legion, and I'll let you listen to the video. You can pause this and read it, but basically it's a monument saying that it's the anniversary of the 2000th building of the aqueduct and pipeline. Then we walked up the stairs to the city wall, I think it was the city wall, and had a look over the city at the people and the aqueduct and the surrounding area. This was a very impressive view of the aqueduct from way up on top. You've got to remember that Segovia is about 1,000 metres above sea level, and in the winter time there's some snow that gathers around. It's on a little bit of a mountain with some green lush valleys, and obviously there's some wineries in the area. You can see where we walked from the Plaza Azoguejo, and the buses coming in and out, and just up on the top of the hill there was where the bus was parked, for our bus anyway. My lovely wife taking photographs. Then we went and had a look at the Church of San Sebastian, and this was constructed between the 12th and 13th centuries, and is one of the more prominent Segovia's Romanesque type churches in the old town on the northern end of the plaza. You can see that the building has got a rather tall walls, and there's 6 arcs. And this is the Plaza San Martin with the statue of Saint Martin himself, and you can see there's also a fountain, although the fountain wasn't or didn't seem to be working. There are a number of these street performances going on in different places around the town, and here's another shot of the San Esteban church, and a shot of going back up the stairs. Here is another procession of the Roman Legion, and as I said, there was a number of these street performances going around the town of Segovia. I always wonder whether these uniforms of the Roman legions are an exact replica or just a colourful representation of what actually was worn by the soldiers in those times of the Roman Empire. Here's some photographs of the Roman wall. Of course, we can't go anywhere without some selfie photographs of the scenery. More selfies of myself and the brickwork of that Roman wall built in the 50 AD. If you want to, you can pause this image and just have a look at the layout of the city of Segovia. Then we went into one of the plazas, and here's the Theatre Bravo in the distance, and obviously it comes alive during the night time, and just families wander around and tourists wander around during the daytime. One of the main attractions and biggest church is the cathedral of Segovia, and it's a Gothic church. Stands on one of the highest points in the old town and dominates the whole of the plaza and area around. It dates back to the 1525 times, when the Roman Catholic Church was dominant in Spain. Then we wandered through the cathedral, and I can't remember much about it, so I'll just shut my mouth and let you have a look at the photographs. Because we'd been on the bus for 5 hours from Pamplona and then spent time in Segovia, and then we had another hour and a half to go to the motel in Madrid. The video was produced by myself, and it's the end of another exciting video of day 5 of our European tour, October 2009, Paloma to Segovia and then down to Madrid.